Hey guys, what's up? How you doing? I am Frank James Bailey and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to give you another cartoon review. And there is a reason I'm wearing red, because the main character in today's cartoon wears red. A lot of red. Today's cartoon review is about season 2 of Carmen Sandiego on Netflix. Hey, before I start the intro, I want to remind you to subscribe to my channel. It's very easy to do, and here's how you do it. Just hit that subscribe button and make sure and tap that notification bell. You'll be notified whenever I post a brand new video. Okay, now let's do the intro. Carmen Sandiego is a Netflix animated action-adventure series with educational elements, based on the media franchise of the same name created by Borderbound. The series contains a serialized look at Carmen's backstory that is told from her perspective, serving as an origin story for the fictional thieving villain of the same name. It is the fourth Carmen Sandiego television show. The series sees many of the characters drawn from the franchise's 35-year history. The first season of the Netflix Carmen Sandiego series debuted in January 2019. Season 2 was released on October 1st, 2019. The basic premise of this series is this. Carmen is a modern-day Robin Hood, traveling the globe, stealing from Vile, and giving back to its victims. Cloaked in red, she's accompanied by her hacker, Player, and her assistants, Zack and Ivy. Carmen is publicly perceived as a criminal by most law enforcement agencies. We follow her escapades and get to determine not only where in the world is Carmen Sandiego, but who is Carmen Sandiego? All right, now it's a basic rundown of the show. Here is the good and the bad of season 2 of Carmen Sandiego on Netflix. Hold up a second before I continue the video. I want to remind you that I'm a writer. In case you can't tell me now, which you probably should, because after all, my banner's in the background there. I wrote 3 illustrated novels and a comic book about a female superhero named Turkana. You can go to the website, turkana.com, and find out more about her. On the website, you can click on the cover of each book and read a small sample of each book, including the comic book as well. You can also find out more about the characters. Finally, you can also find out where I'm going to be next at a Comic-Con or a bookstore near you by going to appearances. For example, my next Comic-Con is Fantasticon in Mount Pleasant, Michigan on October 19th and 20th. I'm also doing a panel on voice acting there as well. Now, I know if you're watching this past that weekend, you're going to be like, hey, wait a minute, Frank, I missed that. Well, don't worry. You can go to Turkana.com, click on appearances, and find out where I'm going to be next. Again, find out all about the superhero Turkana by going to Turkana.com. And now, let's get back to the video, the good and the bad about season 2 of Carmen Sandiego on Netflix. One of the best things I loved about season 2 of Carmen Sandiego on Netflix was the character Shadow-san. And one of my favorite episodes of this season is episode 3, the Daisho Caper. Shadow-san wants to return a katana samurai sword he stole when he was just a kid to his brother. When he was younger, he made some foolish decisions and he wanted to prove himself to his fellow thieves, so he stole this blade from his brother. Now, many years later, he feels bad and he wants to return the blade back to where it belongs. He even asks his brother for forgiveness, but his brother just leaves the room and doesn't forgive him. This is one of my favorite episodes of the season because you see a man whose criminal life has haunted him and he wants to make good and amends on the things that he's done, and now he doesn't even have a home or a family to go back to because of the bad decisions that he made when he was younger. And that's just the 3rd episode. This season has so many layers and so many twists and turns. Shadow-san joins the Carmen Sandiego team, and he is a good part of the team too, even though he has some disagreements with how it should be run. Not only is he a great character with many layers, but he can really hold his own too, because there's this villain with a hat that looks like a saw blade. Carmen Sandiego is ducking it and dodging it and trying to avoid it as much as possible. But when it's thrown at Shadow-san, what does he do? He just grabs it and holds it. Because the guy has this magnetic thing that can pull it toward him, but Shadow-san has it held and it ain't going nowhere. Another thing I really liked about Carmen Sandiego, first season and the second season, they keep with the tradition of the original show by showing you locations and teaching you about locations and more about those locations. That's what the heart and soul of Carmen Sandiego is all about. Plus, there's some funny parts too. A guy gets his tongue stuck to a pole just like that Christmas Story movie. Another thing I really enjoyed was there was this villain called Paper Star. She's a master at origami, and she can make weapons out of paper. Well, in the first season, she was la 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 la. It was so annoying, I really couldn't take her. But this season, she wasn't doing that. She was a lot better flushed out this time than she was the first time in the first season. All right, now a couple of the bad things. The character Chase. He's a French Interpol agent turned to Acme detective. In season 2, his character is this, I don't know, he's doing paperwork. He's not happy about it. And then later on in the series, he grows a beard because he gets stuck on an island. It's like this character had no purpose in the second season. It's like he's the punchline of the whole series. Another small thing I didn't like about this particular season of Carmen Sandiego was they introduced a lot of new villains. Now, there's a reason for this. Vile wants to replace Shadow Sun because he defected and came into Carmen Sandiego's team. So now there's only 4 main villains, and they want to add another one. So they're going through all these different people, and we get to see all these different people fight Carmen Sandiego and her team. So there's a lot of new characters added, but will we see these new villains again? I don't know. Like I said before, Paper Star was in 1 episode, and she was a lot better than the last time, but she didn't show up again at all the whole season, just once. The guy with the hat showed up once. And some other villains as well. All right. I think I've rambled on long enough about Carmen Sandiego and what I like and don't like about it. Time for me to give you my score of Carmen Sandiego Season 2 on Netflix. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, I give Carmen Sandiego Season 2 on Netflix an 8. I thought Season 2 was a lot better than Season 1. The characters are more flushed out, and there's a lot of twists and turns you don't see coming. The only couple of flaws I found were there were too many new villains, and Chase was kind of a buffoon throughout the entire thing. Oh, and the seasons are too short too. And there you go. That is my opinion, my score of Carmen Sandiego Season 2 on Netflix. Did you like Season 2 better than Season 1? Did you like my video? Well, if you did, please give this video a big thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And if you would like to talk about maybe some theories about Carmen Sandiego, Season 1 or Season 2, please leave your comments in the comment section below the video. I'd love to hear from you. Finally, I leave with this word of advice. Cartoons are not just for kids. A really good cartoon with good animation, good storytelling, and good characters can entertain kids and adults, like Carmen Sandiego. Thanks again for watching. Talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.